Maybe I'll bring it back someday. All right, so here we go. This is your new stuff. And the last really challenging thing, we have one more little mini unit next after like Christmas time, but this is the last thing we need to know for the test on Tuesday. Why will nothing cancel? Because there's no opposites like here and here. Those aren't opposites. Those aren't opposites. Who can tell me what I could do? There's actually two choices here. I could either multiply the top one by something, or I can multiply the bottom one by something. What could I do that would fix my problem? Yes, ma'am. Multiply the top one by 2 gets us close, but it's not opposites. Let me show you what I mean. There you go. Multiply by -2, then it'll be opposite. It'll be -4 compared to 4. That's exactly right. There you go. You changed it quickly, and you're right. Everybody do that. Do you need a pencil? I know yours is kind of destroyed there. I got plenty. Use this until that one gets... Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. Did you get -4x plus 6y equals negative times negative +2? One of the challenges with this unit is there's negatives running all over the place. See if you made any mistakes in there, and if you did, try to figure them out. So, all right. Then the top one's gone. And now we look to see what cancels. Mr. TG, what cancels? Yeah, this whole thing. Now we need to combine 6y and -y. And a lot of confusion because there's no number there. There's a 1 there. Very good. So it's really 5y. You guys are giving me hope that you're getting this. This is good. Mr. TW, what do you think I put on the end here? Not timesing, you're adding. There we go. And now we just have to divide by 5 at the end. Final answer, y equals 1. Can I just stop right there? Only if you want half credit on the problem. It's half right. Get the y. What do we need? We need x. So we're going to go back, and I know this is messy, but we're going to rewrite the original equation except with a y is 1. So I'm going to write 2x minus 3 times y is 1 equals -1. And then solve that. That's the last little piece. What I just did there, in case you got lost, was I wrote this equation over again, except I put a 1 in it because we had known that y is 1. We had solved that. Mr. WT, if I'm going to get rid of this -3 here, what do I do to both sides? You got it, +3. And the final answer is 2x equals 2. And then what does x have to equal? X has to equal 1. Excellent. X equals 1 and y equals 1. If I was going to make him a point, it would be 1, 1. That's the spot where the two lines would have crossed. Okay. That's a normal problem. That's the typical question you have to do for this next test. All right. So this is the review part, but we need to review not just that stuff. That was the hardest thing. We also had to review what happens if they give you two equations and you have to graph them. Well, you graph them, and then you see where they what? Where they cross. And then wherever they cross, I had so many people forget, like whether you do how far over it is first or how far up it is. And I think that's because you get rise over run confused with this. Because you've heard of rise over run, right? That's called the slope. To get here, you do not do rise over run. You say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, comma 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5, comma 4. You do your right lefts first, and then your up downs. I will write that down for you. Right, left, Oops, sorry. Right, left, comma, up, down. That's how you graph points. Slope is rise over run. Those are different. This one goes up first. That's different. That's slope. To get to a point, you go right, left first, and then up, down second. All right. So let's actually hand out that packet, and we'll do some of each kind with you to get started. Remember, this is a 3-day packet, so don't think that you have to get it all done tonight. Otherwise, it'd be a little scary because it's big. But I'm going to pause for a moment while I hand these. Okay, here we go. We are looking at the first one, and generally what you see is 2 lines crossing. Do you see that they crossed? Put a nice big dot where those 2 lines crossed, somewhere down here, wherever it is. All you have to do is name that point. Now, remember, it's left, right, and then up, down. So to get here, you're going to go left, right, some distance. You have to count it out. And then you're going to go up, down. You do this first and the second. You get those backwards, you get it wrong. You've got to get that straight. This is number 1. So how far left, right do you go? Is it 3 or 4? 3. 3 spots to the left, so 3, comma, how far down? Oh, wait, left 3. How do I write left 3? -3, comma, -5. Very good. That is our answer. It's just where did they cross? That's all there is to the first page. And sometimes they don't cross, and then you say no solution. Sometimes they're always touching, and then you say infinity solutions, or all real numbers, or infinite solutions is just write an infinity sign. Looks like a sideways 8. I'm good with that. Okay, moving on to the next page. I want to do like some of each here for you. The first page you can probably finish up like today, and it'll be zip zip, but I'm going to go back to number 7. Everybody join me on number 7, please. It says graph it and then find the solution. You just got to figure out where the 2 lines are, and then they'll touch, and then that's the answer. So the other kind already had the lines graphed. This one, you got to graph them. So where do I start? I start by going to 3 on the graph, and that's like this. That's the y-intercept. Why? Because on the equation, it has a 3 at the end. It's this 3 right here that's telling you the y-intercept, and that's why I knew to put a dot right there. Now, what's that other thing called? The 5 and the 3. What's this thing called? The slope. Do you remember where to go now? This is different. This is not like what we do in the left, right, and the up, down thing. This is rise over run. And how in the heck are you supposed to rise -5? Down 5. And then run 3, which is to the right. Very good. And then, I mean, you put a dot right there. If you can actually count, it shouldn't be that bad. Down 5, 3 to the right, and there we go. There you got your first point, or your first line, sorry. Now we got to graph the other line. The other line says y equals 1/3 x minus 3. For this one, I start here, and then I rise, and I run. Yes, I start 3 this time. So I start down here, and I rise 1 and run 3. And I'll give you a hint. It pretty much is always going to hit at where you hit a point on the other one. So in other words, it hits right here. There's going to be a spot they both share. They both hit that same spot. So then that must be the spot. All right. The last kind are what are called elimination and substitution. But I feel like that would be too much for one day. So I just want you right now to finish it up through number 10. just to 10. 1 through 10. That's all I got for you for the homework for today. It's on that blue worksheet that is called System of Equations Review.